Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue our class. Our class today is all about the functions to customize output. So here in this slide, we will see the two types that we have in the SQL, in the Oracle SQL. What types of functions do we have here? We have single row function and multiple row functions. So this one single row function, it takes only one row as input and gives only one value. Okay, so from here it takes one row as a result, as an input, and gives only one value as a result. Okay. Then this one, the other type, is what they call it multiple rows function, or what they call it aggregate function. Aggregate function could take multiple rows, as input and gives only one value as a result. Okay, this is the main difference between the two types. So the first type, as I said, single row function, one row gives one value. For the other type, multiple row function, is what they call it aggregate value, takes multiple rows, gives only one value. Okay, so this is the main difference. Let us delete this. So every type of function, it has its own uses. Okay, so here we will start with the single row functions. In the single row functions, we have the character data types. For example, the lowercase, uppercase, initial cap, concatenate, substring, also length of string. Also, if we want to search about something in a string, also. So here the first function is lower. This function could take a string and change this string to lowercase letters. Okay, even if the string is all capital, it will become all small letters. Okay, this one is the opposite way. We give it the text or column, then it will change the letters to uppercase. This one will initialize only the first cap from each word. Okay, so if let's say we have two words, then we use this function. Every word, the first letter from every word will be uppercase, and the rest will become lowercase. So this one will give the camel style. Okay, then after that we have the concatenate. If you remember, we have learned this concatenate using the two column or two bars last time, right? Adding data, updating data, remove, where's the select, basic select. We learned how to concatenate, right? You remember that? Yes, this one is the concatenate operator. This one, what they call it, concatenate operator. But that one is concatenate function. Concatenate function. Okay, so this concatenate function could have two types or two strings. It will concatenate them together. But these two columns or two strings must be separated by comma. Okay, so this will give you the same result if you take this, the first one, and after that you put like that. It will give you the same result, not inside the function. I mean, don't understand wrongly. Okay, so this one I copy it Okay, this one, this line will give you the exact result of this line. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then after that we have what they call it substring. Substring is only to cut the part of the string based on some parameters. So here we have the column or the expression or the string. Then after that we have m and n. Okay, m and n are parameters. So we have three parameters for this function. The last one is optional, okay? The n is optional, but the m is mandatory. So here the m it's the character position. If m is negative, the count starts from the end of the character value. Okay, then here we have n, I will explain later. N character long, if n is omitted, all characters to the end of the string are returned. Okay, I will take an example. Let me. So if let's say we have this. Allah. Okay, if let's say we have substring like this, don't forget the function substr, then we have to open the braces and close it. If let's say we give this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so if let's say this is the string, then we used M and N, right? Okay, for example, if the M is 2 and the N is 3, for example, do you imagine what is the result? Do you know what is the result here? It will take the substring that starts at this, so this one actually is 2 and this one is sorry, this one is 3. 1, 2, 3. So until here. Okay, so it's supposed to take BCD, right? Okay, let us open the SQL developer. This one actually, this function is a very common function in all programming languages and all database scripting languages also, and many of them are the same, but some of them have different style. So that one common difference is that the starting index. So the first letter, some uses 0 for the first letter, the index 0, and some uses 1. So this is the common difference between all languages or all SQL scripts. Depends on the vendor. Okay, so that's why you have to carefully read about functions especially when you use database script with different vendor. So for example, if let's say you wrote a stored procedure for SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, then you wanted to use that stored procedure or the SQL script for example, for Oracle or MySQL, then you have to go through every step and check all functions that you have used and make sure that everything is correct. Okay, otherwise you may fall in mistakes. Sorry. Very slow, this one. Okay, so this one, M is the starting point and N is the length that you want to cut. If you cut the string, doesn't mean you delete it from the original string, but you only need to take that part and to deal with it. Okay, so for example, if let's say let us use select star from anything rooms. Okay, then here if let's say you don't want to show the room style in different lengths. Okay, so one has 3 letters, one has 6 letters, one has 5 letters, something like that. If let's say we want only to show 2 letters only, or 3 letters, the 3 initial letters. So for example here we show the ID, then we show BLDG, and after that we show room number, and we want to show the capacity, maximum capacity, then after that we show room style, right? So this is going to give the same result, right? But what if I want to cut this room style to show only the first 3 letters? So in this case I have to take this sub str, then after that I open. Okay, if you open here, you see here, oh, sub str, yes, sub str here gives you how many override for this function you can use. So one, you have sub str, you have sub strb, and sub str with different parameters. Okay, so the first one is the one that we are going to use. Okay, so it must take a string, then after that M and N separated by commas. Okay, so here we open and close, then we put the column here, then after that we will say that we want to start from the first character, we want to take 3 characters. So what will happen here? Okay, LAB, LAB, LEC, LEC. This one is office, OFF, and so on. Okay, is that clear, guys? Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah. What if we make it 0 here? We will see. Same result, right? If we make it -5, sorry, -5, for example. You see, it's an error. Okay, okay, -1. -1 takes only 1 character. Why? Because it started with, this is the string, okay, and here is number 1, here is number 1, right? This one is number 1. So we suppose that there is 0 and -1. So we take only 3, right? This 2 has nothing. Okay, so the only thing we will take is the first letter, right? So that's why it shows only BE like that. Okay.
Okay, doctor.
No, it's not that way. It scans, actually it considers it considers that it considers that this thing starts from here, A, B, and C, and because this part is shouldn't be taken, that's why it takes only the third letter. Okay, where is it? Here. Yeah. For lab, the third letter is B. For lecture, the third letter is, this one is lecture. How come? I don't know how it works. Really, it's confusing. But anyway, if you start with 0, it shows everything correct. If you start with -1, the thing will show something wrong. Okay, so this one shows the third letter, this one showed the second letter, this one for the office showed the last letter, right? Yeah, it shows the last letter. Okay, so let us start with 1. If we mention the M and we forget to mention, or we don't want to mention the N, then the entire string is going to be taken until the end. Okay, so this, sorry, you see here. So in that case, when we use the -1, it takes the B from here, which is number 3, and it takes here the E, which is either this one, the second letter, or the last letter. I don't know. I'm not sure. And for office, it takes the last letter. It seems that here it takes the last letter. I don't know why they make it like that. I don't know. I'm not sure really. But we shouldn't use index or a value for M less than 1. So we always should start from 1 or more. So if, let's say, we want to start from letter number 3, then we don't want to mention the N. In this case, it will start from letter number 3, which is the letter B in the lab, and here letter C from the lecture until the end, because we did not mention for how long we need to take. Okay, if let's say we want to say until 5, it will take only 2 letters or 3 letters from 3 to 5. 3, 4, 5. So why it shows this? It's really, you see, this kind of bugs is very bad. Sorry. We take 5 characters, right? If let's say we want to say, yeah, because this one is the length, not the offset. I confuse, because sometimes some functions they use offset, some functions they use length. Okay, so this one is not offset, it's length. So from character 3 we take 2 characters here. Yes, like that. Okay. Yeah, that's all.
Doctor, can you repeat about the offset?
Offset is different thing. We don't have offset here in this function. I confuse, because other functions or other versions of database, some of them they use offset instead of length. But in our case here, N is the length, right? Character long. It's the length of the character that we want to cut. So we want to cut 2 characters starting from the character number 3. For that reason, here we cut only C and T, because C is number 3 and we need 2 from that. So C and T. This one, F is the third character and we need 2. So F and I, and so on. Okay? So if you say 1, then it will give only 1 character. Okay? 1 character.
Okay, Doctor, thank you.
Yeah. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't use this, guys, please. Don't use this because this one is going to confuse. Actually, they're supposed to take care about their parameters, but I don't know why Oracle is like that. Honestly, it's really shameful thing. It shouldn't happen with the big with such big company like Oracle. So here -1 and one character it takes here p, and here. Oh, I understand now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It starts from the end. Starts from the end. Yeah, it starts from the end here. If m is negative, the count starts from the end of the character value. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, okay. So they start from the end. They start from character one from the end and take only one character. But here, if we take two, then it will start from the end and cannot take two. You see? So maybe here we need to say -2. You see? It doesn't work. There's something wrong. There is something wrong. Okay, let's say we take 3. I don't know. There is something wrong with it. Okay, anyway, we don't want to waste too much time with this kind of functions that we may not use at all. So here we have the second function is the length. Okay, before we go to the length, let us try the lower upper initial cap and concatenate. Okay, here, if let's say this one is all uppercase, right? All uppercase, this one. So if let's say we want to make it lowercase, like this, it will become all lowercase. You see, all lowercase. Okay, this is very simple. No need to explain, right? Is it clear, guys, or not?
Yes, doctor. What if we want just only the front letter, capital letter,
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Yeah, we are
Cannot.
coming. We are coming to that.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. What if we want to make the room number all uppercase? Upper, like this. So you see here, the ballroom is only first letter was capitalized, right? But now we want to change it. We want to change it to upper. Okay. So here, ballroom become all capital letters, right? Correct or not?
Correct, correct, correct.
Okay. For the other one, initial cap. So init cap, init cap, like this. Okay, then we run like that. You see, it shows ballroom in only first letter was capitalized. Okay, because this example is not clear because this word was from the beginning uh, first letter only capitalized. But if you see this, this room style all uppercase, right? So if let's say we want to make it like this, so you can see here that first letter only is capitalized. Okay. If we have multiple words, then everything will become capitalized. Okay. Let us update rooms. Update rooms. suppose set row number equal to okay, 7. Okay, so here if we show this, okay, bull room is all small, right? Small letters, and it has 2 words. So if let's say we want to use any initial cap here, so we can see that the ball become the B become capital and the R become capital. Okay, so this is all about the initial cap and the other functions. For concatenate is very simple. So if let's say we want to select if name name from faculty members, okay, then here we can see that we will have 2 columns, right? But normally when we want to concatenate, we use this function, right? So this function is to concatenate the 2 columns together. And if, as we learned, if we want to make a space between them, so we have to make like this, then it will show a space, right? And also if we want to rename the column, then we can say as like this full name. Okay, so this is what we have learned before, right? For now we are going to learn how to use the concatenate function. Concat function, then we open the bracket, we put the first like this, then we remove all of this, we put the last, and we can use after that an alias name. Okay, so let us try this and see how it works. Okay, it shows the same result when we concatenate without space, right? And also if we remove this alias name, it will show us the name of the function, right? What if we try like this? I'm not sure whether it works or not, but let us try. If let's say we want to use like this, okay, does it work or not? You see, doesn't work. So the function takes only 2 parameters. So if you want to make like that, exactly the same result you want to show using this function, then the work will become very complicated. Okay, the command will become very complicated. So at the first you need to concatenate these 2, first name and space. Then after that you need to run another concatenate here, concat like this, to concatenate this part together with this part. So in this case you are going to get the full name, okay, with the space. Okay, you see this? So this one is more complicated, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's why I don't suggest you to use this, because concatenate is very, very basic thing. So easily go and use the double bar like that. Okay, so until now everything is clear, right? We go to the length.
Right.
Yeah, so if we want to go to the length, let us take this length like that. Okay, so maybe we need to show the room number first in order to be able to count it. Okay, so here What happened? Oops. You see the mistake that we did? We updated the entire table, right? With the ballroom. All rooms become ballroom, right? Because we forgot to say where ID is equal to 5, right? That's why the entire table was updated. You see, that's why you never do this. You never forget to use the where condition, okay, when you update, especially and delete. Okay, fortunately we didn't do commit. So here we're supposed to run this command including the where. So like this. Okay, see now what happens. We have the room number, which is this, and after that we have the length of the room number. Okay, this is the value of the length. So all of this room numbers has 4 characters. Only this one has 9, right? So this kind of function is based on single row, right? Single row. It takes one row, gives one value. This one takes one row, gives one value. One row, in every row gives one value, right? In each row, it gives only one value. The other one, the aggregate, it takes number of rows, then it gives you an aggregation like summary, like summation of multiple rows, or maybe average, or maybe maximum value, minimum value. That's what they call it, aggregate function. Okay, so that's all about this.
Doctor,
Yes.
can I show the length in byte?
What do you mean?
It shows the length in character, right? But can I show it in byte?
Oh,
BYT.
that's no, no.
Cannot, right?
Because here in the SQL we don't care about that. This is what they call it. They call it data manipulation language. It's all about the data itself. So when we deal with the data, we don't care about their sizes in bytes or in kilobytes. We care about the shape of the data itself. I'm sure maybe there is function that can do that, and also if you want to make it by yourself, you can make it also, because every character is what? Can you tell
8
me?
byte. 8 byte.
8-bit,
One
right?
character. Yes.
Yes, 8-bit. So it's 1 byte, right? So we can easily say time 8, easily. As easy as that. It's not an issue. But this is actually has no value. Why we should make it like that? I have no reason in mind, really. But anyway, you can make it. Otherwise, if you want to use functions, also you can make it. You can create it as a function, then you can count it, and you can let it count the integer, the size of integer, also the size of string, the size of whatever. Okay, but for now we don't have this kind of function for your level especially. Okay, because here in the database you see here we have 2 things at the left side. Do you see my mouse pointer? Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes, here we have something called packages. So in this part we can import some packages that has a lot of functions, and we install it here, then we call its functions to count whatever or to do whatever. Okay, so we can import from packages from others. Okay, from others. Others could be other programmers, or maybe other developers, or other companies. Okay, then we have procedures. This one here, we can save the stored procedures. So in here, we can make a very complicated function and save it here. Then every time we need it, we can call it. Another thing, we can create what they call it user-defined function. Here we can create functions that could deal with the hardware, that could deal with the system, Windows, for example, or Linux or whatever. So we can install here. Okay, we have many things in the database. Okay, and for myself, I have a very long experience doing this kind of work, and to create complicated functions, stored procedures for real scenarios, for big scenarios. But for your level in this course, we shouldn't go there. Okay, we should stop at the triggers and the stored procedures only. Okay, guys, you understand what I mean? But anyway, if you are interested, if you have any scenario, for example, in your final year project or whatever, and you stuck at any point, you drop by to my office if the thing come back to normal, or you contact me through WhatsApp or whatever, I can help you, inshallah. Don't worry about it. Okay? Database is my game, actually. Don't worry. So anything you need, anytime you can ask me. Okay?
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Where did we stop? Yeah, we stopped here. So what we have, the last thing is what they call it in string. So this one is to check whether a certain string have this part of string. Then we have m and n, which is optional. Okay, so let us take an example. Let us remove this. Let us take an example here in str. Then we open bracket, we close the bracket. The best practice always when you do programming to open, when you open the bracket, immediately close it. Otherwise you are going to forget. Okay, so if let's say we want to check the room style, if the room style has letter B, for example, letter B, then we want to retrieve it. Okay, so here, okay, it has letter B at the position 3, letter B at the position 3, no letter B, no letter B, no letter B, no letter B. Okay, you understand what is this? So it will give you the position of the letter. Okay, what if the letter is is repeated many times in the same word? Okay, let us show the thing. So for here we have the letter F repeated twice, right? And here the letter E repeated twice. So let us see how the letter E will appear, in what position. Okay, here it shows you 2, the first one, 2, and here it shows you the position E. So it will show you the first appearance of the string, the first appearance of the string. Okay, it's not how many times the string appears, it's the position of the letter. Like here, office 1 2 3 4 5 6. For here 1 2, this is the first appearance. Okay, so the other thing here, we have m and n, right? So m is to say, like, start from character number 1 until character number 9, for example. Okay, let us see here. There's nothing here, right? Okay. In str, It doesn't show anything. I don't know why. Every time I use this Oracle, I feel like, what is this? Things are very complicated. I don't know why. So anytime you have in string function, okay, every time you have to go and search, and every version they change. Sometimes they introduce some bugs. That's why I don't like it really. I like Microsoft SQL and also MySQL. I like them because they are very stable. The structure is very clear. Uh, Here the function, because we need to understand the syntax. Okay, here is the syntax. Okay, so we have in string B, in string C, in string 2, in string 4. All of them take the same parameters, same sequence of parameters. So here this one is mandatory, the main string, and this is the substring that we are looking for, and here is the position that I am not sure here, a non-zero integer indicating where in string the function begins the search. Okay, so here is the position of where we should start the search. Okay, in this function, in string, calculates position using characters as defined by the input character set. Now he's going to explain the other functions. Okay, just forget about this. Then the occurrence, okay, the n is not the length, the n is the occurrence. So here, if let's say you want to start from position 1 and to see what room style have occurrence of e twice, okay, 2 times. So in this case, it will show us this result. What is it? Oh, we have. Okay. So here, the second occurrence was in character 7, right? The first occurrence in the position number 2, and the second occurrence is at the position number 7, right? So if we change this to number 1, what will happen? What will happen here? Anyone can tell?
It will change to number 2, I think.
Yes, correct. To number 2, because the first occurrence for the letter E is at the position 2, right? So here it will be.
Yes.
And this one is 6 here, right? But if we make 2, you see this, the office. The office, the first occurrence has the 6th position, right? But if we ask about the second occurrence, it will show 0 because it doesn't have E at the second time. It has only one E letter. Okay, so what if we use F instead? So office only will show us the position. So the second F here, the second F is at the position 3, right? But what's about the first F? The first F, this one should be changed to 2. Okay, is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone has a question?
No.
Okay. So this type of function takes one value, gives one row takes one value. So for each row we will see one value, right? As we have seen here. Okay, this column is a function, right? So we have a value and a result for the function with every row. That's why they call it single row. The other type is, okay, they have some examples here, so you can go through. We still have some functions that's not mentioned here. Okay, anyway, lower is already taken. Upper, we understand it. Initial cap, concat, substring, intstring. Then we have lpad and rpad. Okay, and also we have replace. Replace function is to search for something and replace it by other thing. Okay, so in this case here, if let's say we have salary, and suppose that the salary has only 5 characters or 5 numbers, then we want to make the length 10. So we need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this one is 10, and instead of the empty spaces we want to put star. So that means we want to pad this salary from the left side, because this one is L and this one is R. So this one is from the left side. We want to pad this salary using stars. This one is to pad the salary from the right side using star until we reach the length of 10 characters. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
lpad. So lpad, for example, from style. So we remove this, we make it 10, for example, and we use, for example, like that. Okay. So here, this one is left, right? Left means we are going to complete or to fill the empty space. So for lab, we have 3 characters. We are going to add 7 characters at the left side. And that 7 characters will include this. Okay? Okay, so all of them become the same length, right? If we want to add it from the right, then we change to rpad, the same syntax. It will show the dashes from the right side. Okay, guys? Clear? So with numbers, it's also the same. So with numbers, we can say like this. If let's say numbers are integer and we want to show them as, for example, if we want to show them as float, or maybe we want to add zeros at the right or zeros at the end or whatever. So for example here, the ID has only one value, so we make it, for example, 4, then we insert this dot 0 0. Okay. Oops. Okay, you see? Okay, guys? Is that clear? But what will happen if we make it 7 like this? So we will have dot 0 0 dot 0 0. You see? So be careful, okay? Okay. And what we have to use is the replace function. Example, for example, if let's say we want to change any E letter and we want to make it this one, E letter, we want to make it uh, X letter or XX. Okay, so in this case, you see, instead of 1E we put 2X. Okay, so we search about this character, this string, we change it or replace it by the other string. So the string here could be one letter and could be multiple letters, either here or here. It's up to you. So for example, we can say search about lab and change it to replace it by lab like this. Okay, so in this case we make it like that. But this one is not going to be saved into the database, right? It's only going to be displayed, and the original value is still saved as it is. If you want, for example, to use this function to capitalize, or for example, I will give you one very good example of how to use this kind of function. If let's say this room styles, okay, I'm going to delete this. So room styles, I want to show the original values only. If let's say the room style is saved as it is, like that, all uppercase, and we don't like this way of saving the data. So if let's say we want to capitalize the initial character only, so in this case we go update rooms, then room style, set room style equal to, we don't want to use where, okay, because we want to apply this change to all rows. So here we want to use initial cap of what, of this. Okay, so do you understand the syntax here, the logic? What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? Can you tell me? Here, these fields are going to be changed to initial capital letters only. Okay, let us run this function. Oops. What happened? Update room, set room style equal to initial cap room style. Check constraint. Yes, here because we have a constraint. Here we have a constraint. Okay, so if let's say I'm going to disable that constraint because I want to show you this this thing. Okay, how it works. Okay, we have a constraint here for this. No, for this. Yeah, for this one. Okay, if we want to change this one, so we need to consider also lecture. We need to consider that. We need to consider also lectures dash lab. It's better to delete. Better to delete because this one is very complicated. Okay, so if we delete this, then everything will become easy. So here, if we run this, you can see 6 rows updated. Let us display the data. So here we can see lab, lecture, lecture, office, lecture. Okay, it's already capitalized. So we can use this kind of functions to update our database, and also we can use it to check, for example, if let's say we want to select star from here, sorry, star from rooms, where for example in str like this, room style, then let's say as letter E. Okay, like that, greater than 0. Okay, so this case, actually this command is going to show all rooms that has letter E in their room style. Other than that, it's not going to be displayed. Okay, you see here, room number 1 and 2, which are labs, are not displayed. So we can also use this kind of functions. We can use them in the select here to format or reformat our display, and also we can use them to update. Also we can use them in the where close. Okay. Okay, is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Any question? Because we run out of time. It's already 11:03. Any question? Do you have any question before I close?
No.
Okay, so all of
far, no,
these
Doctor.
functions are clear. Okay, we still have round, trunk, and mode. Round, trunk, and mode actually very easy. So here, if let's say we have this number, and we use round function with 2, this number and 2, that means we need only 2 characters from the fraction. So here, this, because this one is 6, from 5 and above, it will be it will round the second one, it will become 3, as you can see here. Okay, this one, truncate. It's to truncate the part that's after the count of numbers that we want. So here there will be no rounding. Okay, this one, it will show you 0.93. This one will show you 0.92, because this one cut only, it doesn't round. This one cut and round. So this one will count 1, 2, then we'll check the letter number. If the letter number is above 5, then it will round the second number. As you can see here, it's rounded to 3. This one, it will count only 1, 2, then it will cut the remaining. This one is the mode. Mode function is working like that. This one is 1600, and this one is 300. Do you know what is the meaning of this? Anyone?
Modulus, is it?
Yes.
Modulus?
Yes, modulus. So how it works?
I'm not sure. I forget about maths.
Oh my God. Yeah. How you need to continue with computer? If you forget about the math, one day you will find yourself like deaf and dumb, especially in some applications when the user or the organization requires a lot of mathematical work, that requires a lot of use of mathematical functions and so on. So this one here, the mode, returns reminder of division. Okay, so if you divide 1600 by 300, the reminder is only 100, because 1600 it will give fraction, right? Okay, I will explain it. It converted to math class. Okay. If we divide by 300, it will give us fraction, right? So what is the highest number inside the 1600 that could be divided by 300 without giving a fraction? It's 1500, right? So if we divide 1500 by 300, it will give us an integer number, right? So okay, this is what we need. So 1500 works with the 300, right, without any fraction. So how much we still have? The balance is 100 to complete the 1600, right? I think this is the easiest way to explain how the modular function works. Is it clear, guys, or not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because from 1500 until 1600, there's no value, no number that could be divided by 300 without giving fraction. Okay, so that's why we stop at the 1500. Then we see what is the remaining. What's the remaining value? It's 100. Okay, if the value is okay, I will check you. So if the value is 1650 divided by 300, okay, it's the same thing, right? Okay, divided by 300, it will give fraction, right? So we where is the highest number inside the 1650 that accepts to be divided by 300 without fraction? It's 1500, right? So here the modular is supposed to be 150. Okay, clear?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, so we stop here,
Clear,
inshallah, and see you inshallah for next week. But before you go, I want to ask you, very fast lift. Okay. Yeah.
Because we have class, Doctor.
You have another class. Okay, then just forget about it. See you, inshallah. See you.
Just say it, Doctor.
No, no,
It's
no,
okay.
no. If you have a class, just go. Yeah. Thank you very much, and see you, inshallah, next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you.